You walked in here because some part of you finally got tired of your own excuses. You could have stayed home, scrolled your phone, told yourself you'd start next week, but you didn't. You dragged yourself in here because deep down, you know one thing. Who you were yesterday is not enough anymore. Some part of you is trying to escape, not the work, not the pain, but the version of you that keeps walking away from it. Today isn't about a pump. It's not about a mirror. It's about one thing. Building proof. Proof that when it hurts, you don't abandon yourself. Because the person who believes they can and the person who believes they can't are living in the same body. The difference, it isn't motivation. It's evidence. You don't convince yourself with words. You convince yourself with proof. Rep by rep by rep. You don't have to prove anything to them. Not your friends, not your family, not the person online who don't even know your name. The only person you have to prove it to is you. Proof that when your lungs burn, you stay. Proof that when your legs shake, you don't rack it early. Proof that when your mind starts negotiating, you don't take the deal. Every rep is a receipt, either for your excuses or for your potential. Feel where you are right now. Sweat crawling down the side of your face. Your palms locked on the bar. Your chest tight. Breathing heavy. And there's a voice saying, "That's enough. You did more than most. So why don't you just rack it?" Listen carefully. That voice isn't tired. It's afraid. Afraid you might actually become the person you keep pretending to be and finally escape the one you've been stuck as. You don't quit. You don't quit when it hurts. You don't quit when it burns. You don't quit when your mind starts negotiating. You don't quit when every excuse sounds reasonable. Because every time you do, you drop your own word. And you will feel that later when you're laying there at night knowing you had more and didn't give it. That's the feeling you're here to kill. That's the prison. So break it. Pick it up again. Because belief isn't something you say. It's something you build. If you stop the second it gets uncomfortable, you're not building strength. You're rehearsing quitting. You don't hate yourself for that, but you don't respect yourself either. But the second you decide this rep actually matters, everything shifts. Now you're not just working out. Now you're escaping. You're proving you don't fold under pressure. You're proving you don't walk away when it gets uncomfortable. You're proving you're not the version of you that keeps backing out. And it doesn't happen all at once. It happens like this. One rep, one decision, one moment where you stay when you usually leave. You don't quit when your lungs are on fire. You don't quit when your hands start shaking. You don't quit when your body is begging you to stop. You stay. Because this is your hard. You can choose easy, leave early, do less, stay comfortable, and walk out exactly the same, chained to the same story. Or you can choose this, the weight, the pressure, the discomfort, and walk out different, not because of the workout, but because of what you proved. This is bigger than the gym. The way you handle this set is the way you handle everything. Do you stay, or do you look for a way out? Right now, you're answering that. So don't waste it. Pick it up again. Feel the tension, the shaking, that moment where everything in you says stop. And you go anyway. That's who you are. Not what you say, not what you plan, not what you post. What you do when it gets hard. Other people are going to talk. Let them talk. Their opinion isn't proof. Your reps are. Every rep, every set, every mile. Undeniable evidence of who you are becoming. So don't waste time trying to prove them wrong. Use every second in here to prove yourself right. When you rack the weight, you don't get to lie to yourself anymore. Did you leave here with proof? Or did you leave here with another excuse? Because the weight goes back on the rack either way. The only difference is whether you walked out with respect or regret. So today, did you finally start escaping that version of you that keeps quitting? Because this rep, right here, is where that answer gets decided. So finish it. If you're still here, you already know what this is. This isn't motivation. This is who you are. Welcome to the Wolf Pack.